it's Kayla, and welcome back to Love Tangle, Naoki's story. I really can't wait for Christmas events to start. I've been reading tons of Christmas love stories in my free time, like those from Be My Princess and Dreamy Days in Tokyo. I'm in such a Christmas mood, but without further ado, let's jump in.
Kayla, I'll drive you to the lab.
Really? I'd love it if you did, but...
Of course, I'd be happy to escort you there today.
Carlos smiles and gives me a big nod. With his hand on the gear and his eyes facing forward, Carlos speaks quietly.
When Naoki was eating his breakfast earlier, he was sighing just like you were.
He was? I'd been staring out the window on the way to the lab, but I snap back to attention when I hear Naoki's name. Yeah, he was sighing.
I heard about Naoki's decision too. He's the type of guy that doesn't elaborate on his decisions though.
Carlos shoots a glance at me.
He didn't seem exactly thrilled over his decision.
I finally realized why Carlo decided to take me to work today. He wanted to talk to me about Naoki. But Naoki decided to go home. I just can't understand how he feels, no matter how hard I try, to find a bride. An arranged marriage, the thought of just how old-fashioned it is stabs at my heart. The thought that Naoki going back to his country and that he's going to be looking for a bride are both equally painful. But why? I clutch my chest, taken aback by my own feelings. I managed to see Naoki a few days after he decided to return home. I'd only sent him a simple reply. Since then, I haven't actually spoken with him. Naoki! Having run into him in the lounge, I can't help but call his name. Sipping his tea, he looks at me with his usual eyes of indiscernible emotion. Despite calling out to him, I've overcome with so much emotion that I can't bring myself to say anything to him. But jumping the gun, I end up saying something I don't exactly expect. I have a request. Could you teach me some calligraphy? I can't believe the words that just came out of my mouth, but I want to talk to Naoki no matter what. Naoki narrows his eyes, fairly suspicious, but gives me a tiny nod.
I'll bring the tools here then. Hold on a while.
His voice is calm, something that tells me I'm the only one nervous here. Naoki brings a set of calligraphy implements into the lounge. He teaches me how to write as I awkwardly hold my brush. He teaches me the Kyo character Sakura, which means cherry blossoms, a flower that blooms in the spring in Kyo City. I know about cherry blossoms too. I've seen them before.
Really?
I remember seeing the beautiful blossoms dancing in the wind, looking even better in the dark night I'd seen them in.
Kayla, relax your shoulders a little bit. It may be tough to hold the brush, but...
Naoki teaches me how to write, both bluntly and yet with care.
Instead of trying to write the character perfectly, try to picture the blossoms and let that freely guide your hand.
Naoki passionately lectures me.
Calligraphy, after all, is all about freedom.
I feel an unchanging passion towards calligraphy from Naoki, and that just makes me feel even sadder. Is Naoki really going to give up on calligraphy? I just can't get the question out of my mind. Naoki, are you really going to just give up on calligraphy and go home, when you look like you love it so much? His expression is muted with emotion, darkens for a moment. The eyes he has on me, however, stay calm.
I believe I let you know I've decided to return.
I got your text, but...
Why are you so fixated on this? This is my problem.
I feel like Naoki clearly draws a line between us, like he doesn't want me to step into his business any further. Despite this, I respond. That's such a lame answer. Well, I like your scrolls. No, I'm gonna say I'm worried about you. Though I fall silent for a moment, I speak my mind. I'm really worried about you. Naoki's a mysterious and quiet person. At first, I never had any idea what he could be thinking at any given moment. But I've come to know the kindness he's hidden beneath that emotionlessness. I've come to know his passion, too. That's why I've been worried about him. I don't want him to give up on what he loves.
We don't need to pretend to be together anymore.
I feel like my spine freezes up at that declaration. True, Naoki decided to go back. I won't be needing to pretend to be his girlfriend anymore. But this is just too much. I can't get over my sadness. I look down, trying to hold back my sadness.
Kayla.
I don't understand. I squeeze the words out of my mouth. I don't understand how you could just throw away what you love like that. That's when I feel Naoki's aura get pointed. Naoki thinks it was the best choice. I'm sorry. I can't explain how I feel clearly, and I can't even let Naoki know well enough. The frustration just ruins my mind. There has to be a reason behind Naoki's decision, and though I really think that, I've just ended up criticizing him emotionally.
I've given you a lot of trouble, Kayla. I understand your frustration.
Naoki whispers this, as quiet as if he sucked in all of his emotion. No, that's not it. I know that Naoki didn't just decide to go home on a whim. Naoki, I'm sorry. It went too far.
I don't mind. You don't have to worry about me anymore. It can't feel at all good to do that.
But
I gasp at Naoki's very clear rejection, and right when the tension reaches its peak, "Hey, you guys having a calligraphy lesson out here?" Carlo pops up, as if to wipe away all the tension in the air. Naoki and I jolt around to face him. "Can I join in?" Sorry, we finished, and I just remembered I have some business." With that, Naoki slips the brush out of my hand. "Kayla, let's wrap up here." "All right." All I can do is agree. Naoki deftly cleans up the writing utensils and papers and heads back to his room. Carlo stays silent until Naoki leaves, but when Naoki completely disappears, Carlo whispers, "Kayla, Naoki's already chosen his path in life." His words stab into my heart. Naoki's shy and really quiet, but he's got guts. He's not the type to make decisions lightly. "Yeah, I know, but it's just... Oh, never mind. All I can do is look at the ground. I said something rude to Naoki." "I can understand being worried about Naoki, but you should probably give up on him, for both of your sakes." "Ouch, Carlo." He puts a comforting hand on my shoulder. "Naoki can't be stopped." He can't be stopped. After 2 months, he'll be hopping on a plane home. The sheer weight of that reality just crushes me. Seeing how distraught I am, Carlo invites me to his room. When I get there, I find Mr. Chrysler waiting for me. "Kayla, cheer up." "Carlo, you want Mr. C to cheer me up because he knows what's going on with Naoki, don't you?" Like a father, Mr. Chrysler gently caresses my head again and again. "Naoki's family has a really complicated situation. I know that you want to help, Kayla, but that's a really difficult thing." "Mr. C, is there any way to stop Naoki from going back?" "Good question. It's not like I know everything about him, but I do know that even though he looks pretty shy, he's got a really strong will." Mr. Chrysler lets out a sigh. "He'll decide things on his own instead of talking with people, and once he's made up his mind, his will's harder than any diamond. And it's come to this, respecting Naoki's will is probably the only thing we can do." "Yeah, I think so too, Kayla." Mr. Chrysler and Carlo are both adults. They're choosing to respect Naoki's decision as his friend. Even so, I can't bring myself to do that. I'm still so childish. I'm not keeping my cool and I'm not being a good friend. Part of me hates myself. "You're right." Lowering my head, all I can do is agree with them. Yet I still want Naoki to continue doing his calligraphy. I want him to stay in Kaleido City. These feelings would not change. Ooh, pretty. On the way back from Carlo's room, I notice Naoki in the Kyo garden. Though I wonder what I should do at first, I know I want to apologize for saying too much a while ago. I suck it up and call out to Naoki. "Naoki!" "Kayla." Turning back to face me, Naoki looks as collected as ever. He doesn't look like he's torn about what just happened any which way. "Thanks for the calligraphy lesson a while ago." I open with a thanks, and I'm sorry for not thanking you earlier, and I said too much. "Don't worry about it."
Naoki keeps his calm tone, not revealing any emotions.
"I shouldn't have said something so tinged in regret. Sorry for throwing your feelings into such disarray."
Naoki locks his eyes squarely on mine.
"Thank you for pretending to go out with me. It made me really happy."
He says it in a serious tone. His beautiful, sturdy hand that had pinned countless scrolls softly, gently grips mine. It's cold, shockingly cold.
"But it's all right now. Kayla, you don't need to worry about me anymore."
His expression, his attitude, his tone, it's all so resolute and so determined. He doesn't look like a man who's just following his mother's orders. He looks like he's made up his mind all on his own. I gasp. Even though I'm touching him, even though he's holding my hand, he feels impossibly far away. And I silently hold his hand back. I feel an impassable gap between us. No matter how much I talk to him, I know there's no way I can change how he feels. That much I understood. There's nothing I can say to Naoki, not when he's made up his mind like this. So I just stay quiet and hold onto his hand, wanting to close the distance between us just a little. "Naoki." I just wanted to discuss things with Naoki before he went and decided everything. Or at least, I wanted to be the sort of person that he talked things over with. And since that didn't happen, all I can feel is sadness now. "Kayla." Naoki puts his other hand on top of the one he's already holding, like he's trying to comfort me in silence.
"Thank you, Kayla. I'm really glad I met you."
His quiet words pour into my heart. I just face downwards, holding back the heat working its way up my throat. Naoki thinks it was the best choice. The chill of Naoki's hands reminds me of his coming departure from me, and all I can do is stand there in shock. Oh! While taking care of the cubs in the lab as usual, I make a new discovery. I'm acting slowly and quietly, trying not to excite them, when a single cub comes up to my feet. Aw, he came up to me. I've got to report this to Timo and to everyone else when I get home. Naoki too. When the idea strikes me, I can feel my excitement quickly turn to dread. Naoki won't have interest in anything I have to say though, huh? I remember his quiet refusal, stinging my chest. Then I can't help but notice something. I want to share my joy with Naoki more than anyone else.
Michelle, if you're tired, you should take a break.
Timo calls out to me. I'm sorry, Timo. Do I look tired?
Yes, I can tell you're being as cautious as possible so as to not mess up. Or perhaps is it because you're trying to keep your head out of the clouds?
Timo's guess gives me a jolt. Ears sharp. You're right, though. I keep wanting to lose myself in something. If I break focus for a moment, I end up thinking about Naoki. So I've been on edge while working today. I know it's pathetic to think about your private life at work, but I can't help it. I'm sorry. Timo furrows his brow.
You haven't messed up, so you don't need to be so hard on yourself right now.
Thanks, Timo.
Still, this is a rare sight. You're always completely focused on those little cubs.
Timo lets out a little shrug.
It's like you're in love or something.
In love? The word rolls off my tongue and I feel like it punches through my whole body. Is this love? Before I know it, I end up thinking about Naoki and only him. I can't get him out of my mind. I wanted to be a part of Naoki's life, but then he shut me out of his big decision. It just feels so disappointing. Am I in love with Naoki? You know, I can totally see it being love. After thinking about it for a night, I make up my mind. Even if Naoki wants to go back, my feelings are unchanging. We are in love. I love Naoki. I don't know if anything will come of these feelings, but I want to at least let him know. Where did Naoki go off to? I pop into the lounge and look around. The room is deserted. Only Lucas is there, majestically laying around. Naoki wasn't in his room either. I've made up my mind to confess to him, but he's not around. There's nothing I can do. I can't believe how nervous not knowing where Naoki is has gotten me.
Thank you for pretending to go out with me. It made me really happy.
Maybe he's in the garden? I remember how cold his hand was. I'd be really happy if he listened to me just a little while, but... Come on, me. I'm about to confess, but I'm getting weak knees. I take a deep breath to center myself again. After letting some time pass by, I visit Naoki's room again. Even so, once again, he's not in. I wonder if he already left. I didn't see him in the Kyo garden he loves to take care of either. I wonder if he's out. Maybe Carlo knows something. Something tells me I won't find Naoki if I just look around for him randomly at this rate. Making up my mind, I visit Carlo's room.
Naoki? Couldn't say. So, Kayla, got some time? How about having some tea?
Carlo uncharacteristically changes the subject from Naoki and invites me to tea. Probably because he knows Naoki left us. I'm sorry, Carlo. I really need to talk to Naoki right now.
Aw, don't be like that. Have some tea with me.
Carlo continues inviting me with an assertiveness I'm not used to in him. And right then, Mr. Chrysler passes by.
Hey there, Kayla. I heard you're looking for Naoki.
Mr. C. Yeah, do you know where he is?
Naoki's headed back home today.
Wait, what? I just look in shock. Naoki's gone home? This soon?
Oh, Mr. C, why'd you have to come out and say it?
Carlo throws his arms up as if the cat was out of the bag.
I don't think this is the kind of thing we should just hide, though.
Mr. Chrysler strains out a smile. So you knew too, Carlo?
Sorry, Kayla. I thought it'd be a shock to you. He's out temporarily. He'll be back next week.
Carlo probably thought it was best that I didn't know about this, but that isn't the kindness I want right now. Sorry to force your kindness, Carlo. You too, Mr. C. I know he's just there temporarily, but hearing that Naoki's gone back to Kyo City has me nervous. Despite this, I calm myself down and thank Carlo and Mr. Chrysler. After all, there's no change in the fact that these two are just thinking of me. I'll be fine, so you don't need to worry. Thank you for caring, really. When I smile at them, they respond with relieved smiles. So that's the end of the chapter. Look forward to the next one.
Hey, Carlo, what are you crying for? I'm not crying. Hey, don't cry. I'll hear you out, alright, man? Oh, you'll listen to me? It's just, Kayla's situation is just so sad. Yeah, I heard the details from Joy, but Naoki's made his decision, right? No helping it. Is there no God in our world? Melodramatic as always, Carlo. But you know, Kayla, I think you should really follow those feelings through to the end in this next chapter. You don't want to regret anything, do you? And I'll always lend you a shoulder to cry on. Hey, don't say that. A miracle just might happen. Do your best.
Okay, guys, I am going to end this episode right here. I know it's getting a little crazy. We fell in love with Naoki, or we realized we had fallen in love with him, but he's gone already. Are we going to chase after him? Are we going to wait the week until he comes back? Who knows? We'll find out next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.